Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, I'll call you out. Wait. Yes. Please.
This is better.
Okay. Which part?
Welcome, everyone. My name is Brennan Wood. I'm the president at Southwest Technical College, and we have a reputation of starting on time and getting our students out quickly. And we're going to continue that model tonight. But first of all, thank you for being here. The first thing we do, we want to invite our students to come in. And when we do that, you can't stay seated. So everyone, please stand up. When they see the students, get loud. We're going to play some fun music. It's all about having a good time. So Whitney, if you could please send in our graduates. And it is okay to hoot and holler a little bit when you see your people. All right, you may be seated. This is a fun group. I presented this morning up at the Higher Education Appropriation Subcommittee meeting, asking for additional funds for Southwest Tech. So even though it's dark in here, I already know this is a much friendlier crowd than what we had this morning. I want to introduce those that are sitting with me on the stage. If you just like to wave at the audience. Nina Barnes is the vice chair of the Utah System of Higher Education. Tanner Markham is also on the state board. Garrett Cottom is our local board of trustees chair and our keynote speaker. Mike Evans is our vice chair here at the local board of trustees. Darren Gifford is also on the board of trustees. Gail Goodman is on our cabinet and is part of the Utah Women's Leadership Exchange Project. Rachel Stewart is also a cabinet member, and Bethany Goobler, who is our one of our students of the year, and she will be speaking as well. I'm always really excited about this. We're also live streaming this, so don't do anything that you don't want out there on the internet. It will be there forever. This is our January graduation. We also have one in May. We used to do just one a year, and it got too big. And then we started to do 2 a year, and we did it at the tech college, and it got too big. Too big is a good thing, by the way. And we had to move to here at Southern Utah University, and they're a great partner. There's a couple SUU folks around. Can we give them a round of applause for their partnership? A couple months back, we invite all of our faculty to nominate a student of the year. And we have 7 departments that nominated students. And if you have your program, it's on the page where you see your students of the year. And at that ceremony, it's a great ceremony. We have a dinner, we watch a video of each one of the students. And then I tell them, I warn them. She knows exactly what warning I gave them. I said, we may call on you to speak at a graduation or at an event where you might find a legislator or a city council member or 400 people. And we did that. We asked Bethany if she would speak, and we are so excited to have her. She's going to share with us a little bit about her story and what she experienced here at Southwest Tech. So will you please help me welcome Bethany Goobler.
Well, what President Wood failed to tell you was that this bomb was dropped on me yesterday. So, just for future reference for any of you, if Carl Johnson calls you the day before graduation, do not answer that phone, because you might be up here speaking at said graduation. So, oh goodness, you guys are terrifying. This is kind of scary. I had a long road that led me to, oh goodness, I did not expect my eyeballs to leak this early. This was a long road for me that led me to Southwest Tech. About 2 years ago, my husband ended up having to leave our family for a time, and we solely relied on his income. I worked at FedEx and made maybe $400 a month because I provided insurance, and after all the premiums were paid, I'm sure a lot of you know that's not cheap. I brought home maybe $400 a month. And when my husband left, it was very sudden, and I became a single mom with 4 kids, making $400 a month. And I had no idea what I was going to do. And I was absolutely terrified, even more terrified than I am now. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I did what I always did. I got up and I went to work and just kept going over and over and over, wash, rinse, repeat. And that was my life. I stopped sleeping because my brain wouldn't shut down. And one day it got to a point after about 4 months, I looked at my financial situation and thought, okay, I've got to do something because my money is running out very quickly. And I have no idea when my husband's going to come home. So I sat down one day and I thought, okay, I have no skills. What am I going to do? Well, I don't know. So I started looking, and I was looking at pretty much anything and everything because everything hinged on me changing my situation. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I started looking, and I saw a post, a job listing for a structural welder. And I thought, I don't know what that is, but I wonder what a welder makes. So I clicked on it and I thought, ooh, that's fun. I can handle that. Okay, well, what does it take to be a welder? I had no idea. Never welded before, never, ever. Had no idea really what it was, what all it entailed, the different processes that were involved. Had no idea. But I knew that looking at that wage that I could support my kids. and I could support my family with or without my husband. So I thought, okay. So I started looking, and that's when I found Southwest Tech. And I thought, okay, I've got a very set amount of time and I have one chance. Because if I invest my time into this program, I have to give it I have to put all my eggs in this basket because I don't have time to play with. Like, this is my one shot and I have to make this work because I don't have another option. Because I was drop kicked way out of my comfort zone. I was happy working my little FedEx job, and that was great because I relied on my husband. And overnight, my entire situation changed. So I got real uncomfortable because when it comes to sinking or swimming, and I'm sure there's a lot of parents in this audience, when you've got kids, sinking is not an option. You learn to swim and you learn real quick. Because my kids were not going to feel the terror and the fear that I felt. My kids were not going to end up homeless because of my husband's decision. But I could make a decision to keep them from feeling that. And that's what I was going to do. So I contacted Southwest Tech, and everything fell into place. And 2 weeks from the time I found Southwest Tech, I was in the door. And I thought I had made a big mistake because my first welds looked like something that resembled what you'd find on your car after you park it under a tree and the birds are done with it. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. And it was awful because I thought, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. What am I going to do? And that fear just crept right back in. And I thought, you know what? I can figure this out. Like, I'm smart enough. I can figure this out. I just need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And I saw a couple familiar faces among the students in the audience. And there's some of the ones that I kind of elbowed and said, I want to watch you do this. How are you doing this? And so I leaned on my friends that I didn't know yet, but I leaned on them, and they're my friends now. But I leaned on them and I figured out what I was doing wrong. And it just, once it clicked, it clicked. And then it became fun because I wasn't scared anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Like, this Hail Mary about going into this program, trying something that I had never in a million years wanted to try before, ever. I saw dollar signs and I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And it worked. And apparently I've got a knack for it because I'm standing up here yakking at you guys. My husband ended up coming home over a year after he left. And for the first time ever in my life, I was able to support my family on my own. And that is an incredibly powerful feeling. Not just for a female, but in general, to know that I took a situation and I made it work for me. And I didn't quite get the hang of it, and I didn't quite fit in, and I didn't pick it up as quickly as I hoped I would, but I kept at it. And I absolutely love it. And I cannot imagine having not found Southwest Tech. The person I was 2 years ago is not the person I am right now. The person I was 2 years ago was very comfortable working my little job at FedEx. But to get outside of your comfort zone is absolutely terrifying. But it has been the most incredible experience. And I have had the most amazing instructors. Everyone that I've worked with, and I'm going to pick on Chloe. Yes, I am. Don't shake your head at me. Chloe and Jim. Were exactly what I needed when I didn't know that I needed them. Jim was that strong, firm hand that wouldn't let me crumple like wet cardboard when things got hard. he kept pushing me to do it again, do it again, do it again. And so I did. And he helped me build confidence that I didn't know that I could possess. And Chloe, she's just the most beautiful little ray of sunshine. And she's like a little mother hen, even though I am her senior by more than a decade. She just mother henned and was just the sweetest, most caring thing I have ever come in contact with. And I cannot thank you enough just for being you and being for me what I didn't know that I needed. But I feel like Jim and Chloe were put into my life for a reason. And I will be forever grateful for having met them and for all the help that I received here at Southwest Tech. And I would not trade this experience for the world. So I'm going to challenge everybody in this room that when your final chapter of life comes, that you don't ever look back and regret not chasing a dream. And I hope and pray that when something happens and an opportunity presents itself, whether it's absolutely terrifying or not, that you grab a hold of it with both hands and don't let go, because it pays off. Thank you.
Bethany, you said you were nervous. I am. You were. She was awesome. And I do want to point out, Bethany pointed out some faculty. These first three rows here on my right, these individuals make up our faculty and staff at Southwest Tech, and we do have the best faculty and staff out of all the technical colleges. And I know this is being recorded and they can send it to all those other colleges, but we do have the best. Can we give this group a round of applause, please? Our keynote speaker is Garrett Cottom. He is our current chair of the board. He graduated from Southern Utah University with a bachelor's degree in marketing and has spent 9 years in the finance industry. He has a unique background in hospitality as well. Garrett and his wife bought a destination hotel near Bryce Canyon National Park, and together they own a vacation rental company and franchise consulting firm. Garrett has served on multiple boards, chambers, councils, and associations. He is currently our board director. He also sits on the board of the Cedar City Chamber of Commerce and the Utah's Housing Development Committee. Please help me welcome Garrett Cottom.
Bethany, it's not fair. Ooh, how do you follow that? That was fantastic. Really appreciated you sharing your story. It's truly an honor to be here tonight and to be with all of you and to recognize your accomplishments and to pay our respects to you for all of your hard work. And so I applaud you for being here tonight, graduates. And I appreciate the fact that you took a moment to recognize the staff. There's a lot of work that goes into helping make dreams come true. And it's not always just us that are the ones making that happen. There's always a lot of people that we are able to lean on and help us along on that journey. As I thought about what I might share with you tonight, I was reminded of an experience I had just a few weeks ago. My wife had told me that my little 12-year-old daughter had said to her, "Mom, we don't do enough as a family anymore." And as a father, that stung, that hurt. You know, I was like, oh, am I failing as a father? And it made me start thinking about all the different aspects of my life. And I was cataloging all of the things we've done and tried to accomplish as we tried to be a successful family. And as I was doing that, I was thinking about the other aspects of my life. Was I successful at work? Was I successful in church? Was I successful in the community? Was I making a difference? And as I was thinking about that, I had a realization, a number of realizations about success. And I want to share just a couple of those with you tonight. First, is that the definition of success, what it means to each one of us, is completely different from one to another. And I realized that with my daughter's experience, her definition of success was very different than my own. And so for each of us, it could mean something completely different. It might mean that, well, let me go into a definition of success that I appreciated and admired here. The one definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Those two words, aim and purpose, they're used together here, but I think it's important to understand that they are distinctly different. To aim for something means that we focus ourselves on an objective or a target, and we make focus and serious efforts to achieve or reach that target. And purpose is the driving force behind that aim. And it's our reason why that we do what we do. And graduates, this last year, your aim has and focus has been on acquiring skills and knowledge. But what the driving force is behind that aim is again very different for each one of you. It might be to achieve greater financial freedom, to have a better job, to have better job satisfaction, to experience better family life, to start a business, challenge yourself with something new, maybe all of the above, or maybe something else entirely. The point is that your purpose belongs to you. It's yours and it's no one else's. Second, I wanted to talk about how the road to success requires courage and enthusiasm. Making changes in my life to allow more time to spend time with my family is a relatively simple thing, in my opinion. It's a matter of scheduling and prioritizing. But applying for a promotion at work, or taking on a new adventure, or moving to a new town, or taking a major shift and change in your career path, and taking on welding when you've never experienced it before, can be really frightening and really scary. And so often, many of us fail in those adventures and those endeavors because we're afraid to try. And when we do fall, we're afraid, or it's because we're afraid to fall. And when we do fall, we have to be strong and have courage and continue to press on. Winston Churchill, he made this comment about success and failure. He says, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. I believe that this means that when we fall, we should fall forward, then get up with a smile and be grateful for the opportunity to try again. I know that can seem difficult at times, sometimes impossible, but courage and enthusiasm are essential for your success. The next thing I realized about success is that growth and adversity and challenges along that road to success are essential for us to accomplish our goal, given that they provide the opportunity for us to grow. And I wanted to share with you a story about somebody who experienced some real adversity. My dad, when he was a little boy, growing up in the late 50s, was the typical small town boy. He lived on a farm. He was involved in athletics. He had lots of friends, very active, a typical 10-year-old boy. And anyway, he was diagnosed with a rare disease where he gained all this random cartilage or scar tissue in his joints. And the only treatment at the time was to have him stay off his feet for 2 to 3 years. And can you imagine as a 10-year-old boy, what it would be like to be told you have to stay in a wheelchair for the next 2 years, even though you're totally capable of being able to get up and run around and play and do all the things that you like to do? Well, he disciplined himself and was good at doing that. But he told me of one experience that really is a good reminder to me of the need for the courage to continue getting up when we're knocked down. He was walking home. He wasn't walking. He was in his wheelchair with some friends who were walking on their way home from school one day. They got into some sort of disagreement, and one of his friends rolled him over to a nearby ditch and dumped him in the ditch, and then walked off and left him. And I can't imagine the sheer willpower it took to not get up, chase after this guy, confront him, do what typical boys do. And he resisted. And instead, he waited till they were gone, He used his arms only to lift himself back up into his wheelchair and wheeled himself home. He lived like that for 2 years. And because he disciplined himself through this very difficult time, he was able to eventually walk again and has never had problems walking since. He went on to be a successful basketball player in his teenage years for his local high school. He's had a successful career, raised a family, and led a great life, and never had problems walking again. I think this is a good example of how important it is that no matter what the trial or challenge is, it's important that we get up and discipline ourselves, and we don't give up. We have courage. It's like Winston Churchill said, that it's the courage to continue that really counts. And lastly, and just finally, I want to share one thing with you. If you listen to the news today, you would think the world is inside out and upside down. And I think there are parts of the world that are, but it is most definitely not the case here in Southern Utah. We live in an amazing place. We live among amazing people, some of the best people there are. And I think it's essential that we come together, that we strengthen and support each other, and we work together to help succeed. We just heard an amazing story of that exact scenario. And I think that's what Southwest Tech, I know that's what Southwest Tech is all about, is getting people to come together, help each other, uplift them so that they can succeed. And so as you ponder and as you savor your success and accomplishment tonight, I want you to think about one of my favorite definitions of success and hope that you can use it as a guide in finding your purpose. This is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. His definition of success is to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of others, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a better place, whether by a healthy child or a garden patch, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is success. Thank you and congratulations.
Okay, graduates, now is the time where you receive your certificate. So James Molyneux is off on the side. He's walking up. If the first line could exit out the way you came, we will prepare our students for receiving of the certificates. While they're walking out, I want to point out some interesting facts about this group that we're celebrating tonight. In many cases, our students graduate where they can start at different times and we call exit at different times. And not all of them are here. We have 191 certificates that we've awarded over the past 6 months. There are about 70 students that are here tonight. And I like to point out how many certificates we've awarded and where, and tell you where they probably are at. So we awarded 1 accounting certificate, 6 coding boot camp certificates, 5 information technology, 2 software development, 10 culinary arts, 8 advanced emergency medical technician, 32 emergency medical technician, the first one, 8 was, again, advanced AEMT, 23 medical clinical assistant, 7 phlebotomy. In manufacturing, we have awarded 8 automation technology, 19 welding essentials, 4 production welder, 24 nursing assistant, 5 automotive technician, and 37 professional truck driving certificates. And in the past 7 years, I'm trying to look at way through the dark. I can see you. We've had very few of our CDL certificate recipients at a graduation. It's because they're on the road, they're working, and they get out and they get to work. And that's what we're all about. And we invite them, and we would love that they could, if they could all be here. But even more, we love the fact that they're working and that they're doing what they love. So with that, I'm going to turn the time over to Cordell. Just so you know the flow, we will say the student's name. They will walk across the stage, and they will either handshake or fist bump, depending on what they prefer. It's funny that we have to give options these days with COVID. We'll do the elbow shake. We'll take the lead of the students. So we'll give a short video for each department. And then Caden, our radio voice, will state their names. It's okay. Like when we came in, we cheered and we hooped and hollered. That's okay. We don't have to be quiet. Applause, give a round of applause for every student, but don't be fearful to embarrass your child, your friend, your neighbor, whoever that might be. And we'll go to that point now.
I'm Greg Davis. Together with Rich Malik, we are instructors of the Information Technology program at Southwest Tech. Our IT program trains students to develop the skills needed by our local industry partners. These students study multiple operating systems, network technology, introductory cybersecurity, and career-seeking strategies. Our students seek employment with internet service providers, IT support companies, or any business that needs technology experts.
My name is Jason Adams, and I am the software development instructor here at Southwest Technical College. Our software development program delves into the Java programming language, which gives our students the hands-on skills that they need to get out into the workforce and to become computer programmers within the many different fields that are out there.
Coding Boot Camp. Winton Lamar. Information Technology. Jay Upshaw. Clayton Maxfield. Gabriel Carlson. Software Development. Joshua Gray.
My name is Chef Drew, and I'm the Culinary Arts Coordinator. My team is Chef Tori Robinson, Chef John Woodgate, and Leslie Clark. The Culinary Arts program prepares students for the restaurant industry and other food-related industries.
Culinary Arts, Joshua Buttry. Sierra Carter. Faith Johnson. Emily Thompson. Caden Shakespeare. Laura Yaira Sanchez.
I'm Gail Goodman. As Director of Health Professions, I am very honored to introduce the following programs: Advanced EMT, EMT, phlebotomy, and Medical Clinical Assistant. What I love most about graduation is knowing that each of these health profession certificates provides a solid stepping stone to furthering your success in life. We are excited to see where your path takes you.
For Advanced Emergency Medical Technician,
Carl Johnson, Director of Manufacturing.
Brock Bleak, Certificate of Proficiency. for emergency medical technician, Madeline Goodman. Megan Robinson. Emma Beecham. Aubrey Holtz. Justin Sommers. Tyler Ball. Kylie Belknap. Madeline Moe. Weston Snyder. Haken Swenson. Medical Clinical Assistant, Amanda Ruhr. Ashley Rice. Leah Gurr. Michaela Lloyd. Kaya Harris. Kiara Hunter. Roseanne Lambert. Deidre Haro. Nicole Bremer. Amanda Lundberg. Danielle Timpson. Allison Evans. Reagan MacArthur. Cassidy Bartlett. Brielle Hugh. Sydney Kraft. Brinley Christensen. Brooke Merrill. Crystal Soto, posthumous certificate. Phlebotomy, Michael Stoughton. Jocelyn Templin.
Director of the Manufacturing Programs. I'm proud to introduce our graduates for Automation Technology, Welding Essentials, and Production Welder. Our welders are going to go on to build bridges, buildings, and major infrastructure. They'll be involved in the manufacturing process, and they'll literally build the world around us. Our Automation Technology students are moving on to keep our factories running, keep green energy flowing, and they'll be able to fix anything else that comes their way to keep our modern world moving as it should. Graduates, we're proud of you. We're grateful for the time you've spent with us to share your talents with us, and we look forward to the impact you're going to have on our community.
Automation Technology, Naomi Cook. Karina Thomas. Caden Mardis. Welding Essentials, Spencer Lester. Justin Bracken. Kian Tullis. Sean Durand. Alexander Zepeda. Caroline McKay. Cameron Cowan. Dallas Palmer. Joshua Batt. Production Welding, Trevor North. William Blake.
I am Tim Hatch, the Director of Nursing at Southwest Tech. It's a privilege to introduce our nursing assistant students. These students have completed rigorous courses and dedicated many hours beyond the classroom in order to graduate today. I commend you on your hard work. Congratulations.
Nursing Assistant, Sari Bickmore. Jessica Fernandez de Sosa. Naomi Martin del Campo. Ian Anderson. Brielle Blodgett. Cody Flowers.
Hello, I'm Wade Esplin, Director of Transportation Programs here at Southwest Technical College. Our automotive instructors are Dallin Robinson, Shad Esplin, and Sean Davis. Our professional truck driving instructors are David Terry, Ty Bullock, Stephen Ellison, and Bill Payne. All of our instructors have worked in their respective industries and have hands-on experience to help make our students be successful in their new careers.
Automotive Technician, Jerome Hoffmeister. Keely Corpus. Richard Cruz. Professional Truck Driving Program, Marlene Lopez Barbosa. Pierre Duval Rodriguez.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our graduating students. Escape rooms. Has anybody done that, an escape room, where you go in, you try to get out some hands? I can't see, but some of you have done it. Well, I did that with my family over the weekend. My wife and I, my 11-year-old son, my 13-year-old daughter, my parents, I won't say how old they are because this is streaming and they'd get mad at me, and a freshman from the University of Utah. Kito was his name. He's from Japan. He's only been in America for about a month, and he's a family friend of ours. And I thought it was pretty funny. We walked up to the front desk, and I'm pretty sure that the front desk, the lady was looking at us going, there's no way in the world this group is going to get through this escape room and actually escape in the 60 minutes that is allowed. So if you haven't done it, you go into a room, they typically lock you in, and you have to, there's puzzles, you have to discover clues, there's things you have to do to find your way out. They're a lot of fun. And in this one that we were going to do, the escape rate was 30%. 30% of the people that go in escape from this room. And again, you have to remember, it's my kids, my parents, keto, and I was a little bit nervous that we weren't going to be able to get out of this. For a second, I thought we weren't going to be able to do it. Well, let me tell you, an escape room is very much like the real world. It's a game where you have players. You might be in a game where there's coworkers or family, and you have to discover clues, solve problems, and accomplish a task. In this case, it's to get out of the escape room. I thought about this experience, and all of us, we need to do some of these same skills that we use in a game in our daily lives. So think about it. Escape rooms require skills in leadership, communication, project management, problem solving, attitude, and dealing with complex challenges. Believe me, attitude is important when you are trying to escape from a forgotten temple in ancient Egypt with your parents. It was an Egyptian theme. There was one part where a skeleton fell from the ceiling. My 11 and 13-year-old were way calm, like way more calm than I ever thought they should be. They should have been a little bit more nervous, but they were not. We were just playing a game, and that's all it was. It was just simply a game, but we worked together. We discovered clues, communicated, and solved multiple problems. So graduates, as you go out and work with others in an office, in a warehouse, in a manufacturing facility, or even a healthcare facility, or an escape room, learn to work with others, learn to have fun, and learn to trust in others. You may have heard the quote, "Alone we can do little, together we can do so much." And Helen Keller said that. Alone, I would not have made it out of that room. But together we made it out of that room in 59 minutes and 57 seconds. That's right. Round of applause. I thought I was competitive, but you get in a room and you know you have to get out in 60 seconds, and my 13-year-old was running around like crazy. It was a lot of fun. But I just want you to think about that. An escape room it's kind of silly to talk about that, but it's what you've learned here at Southwest Tech, the skills that you take out, that's only part of it. Learn to work with others, learn to trust in others, and learn to solve problems, because we're all going to need it. So family, friends, thank you for being here. It's not easy. Technical college is challenging, and it's difficult, and it pushes you. I love going to our EMT class. That's my favorite class to go into. Where are the EMTs? Raise your hand right here in front. So I go in and they're laying on the ground, they're laying over a desk, they're injured. You look outside some days, there's a car kind of parked up on the side of the grass because there's some type of scenario going on. It's great. It is so much fun. It's fun, but it's not easy. And so I just want to congratulate you on doing a great job. And this is just a beginning of many good things to come. Family, well, let's give this group one more round of applause as we end the night. I always forget that I'm supposed to give some instructions. So you're gonna have to applaud again here in just a second, because you have to end with an applause. So students, the piece of paper that I gave you is worthless. It's just a piece of paper. You want your real certificate, and so you can pick up your certificate and return your gowns at the registration desk. There are some light refreshments out in the hallway. Round of applause for our last and final time. Thanks for coming.